What if a BeamNG mod didn't feel like a mod at all, but like you just stepped into a real car? Working touchscreens, full Apple CarPlay, interiors you can actually interact with button by button. That's the kind of stuff Royal Renderings has built his name on. If you've been around the BeamNG scene for a while, you already know who he is. Royal Renderings isn't the guy who just drops another car into the game. Every single build is packed with custom features you won't find anywhere else. We're talking fully coded infotainment systems, working radios, insane attention to detail, and physics that actually behave like the real thing. Right now, he's sitting at 78 mods on ModLand, and some of them have been downloaded close to 1 million times. So, today, we're going through the best and most popular mods Royal Renderings has ever made. So you know exactly what you're getting if you decide to grab his mods or jump on his Patreon. Trust me, by the end of this video, you're gonna want every single one of them, so let's get straight into it. Before we get into the mods themselves, let's quickly talk about how you actually get your hands on them. Royal Renderings runs everything through his Patreon, and it's split into 3 options. You've got basic car access for 10 euros a month, basic truck access also for 10 euros. Or, if you want the whole lineup, all access for 20 euros a month, which unlocks every single thing he's made. And the reason there's a separate truck tier is actually part of his story. Royal Renderings originally started out as a truck modder. That's where he made his name. And he's still got a huge collection of them to this day. But over time, he shifted, and his newest mods are almost all regular cars. And honestly, that's where things get really impressive. The newer builds are on a completely different level compared to the early stuff. That's also why I'm not going to cover every single mod he's ever uploaded today. A lot of the older ones have simply been outclassed by his recent work. So we're focusing only on the best of the best, the ones that are genuinely worth your money. Let's kick things off with what is easily his best and newest mod, the Mustang. And honestly, this one is in a league of its own. The infotainment system alone is so deep and so complex that there's no way I could fully show it off in this video. It would take way too long. You can click on basically everything, control everything, and it genuinely feels like you're sitting inside the real car. And the crazy part, he's not even finished with it. There's another update on the way as we speak. This mod is just perfect. One of the most impressive builds in the entire BeamNG scene right now. So if the Mustang is the one catching your eye, I'd really recommend checking out the dedicated videos I've made on it. I've covered this mod in depth multiple times, and all of those videos are linked down in the description. Go check them out. You won't be disappointed. Next up is one that maybe doesn't get as much attention as it should, the Nissan Skyline GT-RR32. This one's a little older now, but in my opinion, it's still beautifully modeled. It comes with 8 different configurations. The doors open up, and while the interior isn't super interactive, there's no screen in here. That's totally fine, because a car like this just doesn't need one. What it does have is a ton of tuning options, and driving it, so much fun. You get that signature turbo sound, all-wheel drive, and it feels incredibly direct and sporty out on the road. There's a drift configuration that's an absolute blast, and even a drag configuration with proper drag tires. The wheels on these are gorgeous too. Some really clean rims to pick from. And with this much tuning potential, those 8 configs are honestly nowhere near the limit. You can build something completely your own. Now let's talk about the Bugatti Tourbillon, which is already a pretty special car from Bugatti in real life. Here we jump all the way up to 27 configurations, though most of those are different colors and color combinations. But just look at this thing. The lights are all beautifully animated, the doors open upwards, and inside you've got way more working buttons to play with. There's even a button that slides out a screen with full CarPlay on it. So clean. Driving it is a whole experience too, because it's a hybrid. You can roll around fully electric, or fire up the engine and instantly feel that real Bugatti power kick in. One of my favorite details is the steering wheel paired with that super futuristic dashboard. It just looks incredible. And when you finally open it up, the top speed is right on Bugatti level and surprisingly realistic. We're talking 400, 500 kilometers an hour, no problem. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video so far, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. And if you can, hit the hype button too. It genuinely helps the channel more than you'd think. And let me know down in the comments which one of these is your favorite so far. I'm honestly curious. Moving on, we've got another hybrid I want to touch on real quick. The Lamborghini Temerario. Beautifully modeled once again, and just like the Bugatti, you can run it fully electric or bring the engine to life. The interior is really nice, and it's an absolute joy to drive. There's also a white body configuration and a few different body kits, so you get some good variation to mess around with. Now, my personal favorite brand, and if you've seen my other videos, you already know, BMW. Royal Renderings has the M2, the M3, and the M4. The M3 and M4 are pretty similar, so I'll show those together here. The sound on these is fantastic, and each one comes with loads of configurations, body kits, and tuning options. There's a huge amount of variety packed in. And because these are some of his newer mods, the interior is even more detailed. You can lock the doors, open up just about everything, and you've got the full infotainment system, which you can actually control using the buttons on the center console. The way these drive is just perfectly dialed in. And if you want to drift, which of course I always do, you just select drift steering, and suddenly every single configuration can be drifted on rear-wheel drive. Even cooler, on the X-Drive versions, you can switch between rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive on the fly, just like in real life. No retuning, no menus. You literally hit a button to swap between drifting and going fast. I love that. The convertible is actually my favorite version of the M4. There's even a Formula Drift version, but I'll be honest, that one's just a little too much power for me personally. Now here are two mods Royal Renderings isn't really known for, but that definitely deserve a shout. The first is the Cinematic Idle mod. Basically, when you're stopped at a light, or just sitting still and not touching any keys, the game automatically creates a little cinematic of whatever car you're in. You get some music playing in the background and these really nice scenic shots of your car. Super cool touch. The second is a Flames and Backfire mod, and this is actually the one I've been using this whole time while recording. Those flames you've been seeing shoot out of the exhaust, that's this mod. They look way more realistic than the standard vanilla flames. And the best part is it doesn't only work on his cars. It makes literally every car in the game spit flames. And you can fully customize them too, changing the color and the size through a little UI app. I think that's awesome. And then there's something completely different. The Trasus X Max. It's a fully functioning RC car that Royal Renderings put out at one point. Now, it's probably not the reason you join his Patreon, but I think it's a really fun little add-on to go alongside the rest of his lineup. So, to wrap all this up, Royal Renderings is genuinely one of the best BeamNG modders out there. You can really see how much he's improved over time, and just how much detail goes into every single one of his builds. This guy works day and night on these mods, pouring a crazy amount of time into both developing and testing them. And I know that for a fact. He's always dropping sneak peeks on his Discord of stuff he's planning or currently working on. So trust me, there's a lot more still to come. And when you look at how detailed the Mustang or the BMWs already are, and he somehow keeps topping himself every time, we can be pretty confident the future holds nothing but bangers from him. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.